clean building, gas cleaning and sulfur gas plant, which is in operation now. And still busy with a new converter plant, which will finish off this year and go into operation next year.
Outotec is building an acid plant for us. It's up and running. They've been here and they've been working hard for the last 2.5 years or so, and they've done a great job. I mean, it looks amazing.
The main target here is this environmental project, which is converting the copper concentrate into copper, but cleaning the air and making at the same time a valuable product. And this environmental topic is something which is worthwhile to do for the country and also for our company. So this is also a passionate goal.
It's always surprising to me how every time I come here there's an extra building, an extra bit of machinery installed, and when I see it now and its completion, it's just the most amazing thing actually.
And while we were busy doing that and having so many experts in different disciplines, we again thought, let's do something for the community. And again, the decision was easy to go for school or children's as such.
Ondudu Primary School was established for mine workers' children who were working for Tsumeb Corporation Limited. The school is established on a farmland of the mine. The school was a private school, and in the mid-90s, after the mine closed down, then the mine donated the school to the state.
This school project was part of the social responsibility project what we are supporting in our company. And when we are out in that industry of mining and metals, the benefit should also come back to the communities.
Most of the people in the area after the mine have closed down lost their jobs, and most of them are the San people, marginalized kids, and they are living in poverty-stricken conditions. Most of them are either orphans or vulnerable, if not both. Then that's when now we realized that, okay, most of these learners are also hungry. Then we came up with something like a soup kitchen. And then in this soup kitchen, after some weeks, we saw that, okay, the learners' number started increasing coming to school. And we had to be consistent now that every time when these learners come to school, that meal must be available.
Since the feeding program started, the attendance rate has gone from something like 20% to over 90%, just because these kids have food in their bellies, and that's what it's all about.
There is a lot of children, and we were here the first time, and they got their food, and we're sitting all over the place, and it was slightly windy but very sunny, and you could see it's not comfortable.
This idea was germinated 2 years ago when the SVP of Corporate Responsibility of Outotec in Finland came to visit Tsumeb.
Came into the office, we started chit-chatting, and while we were talking, the ambition that I had on developing the school caught their attention. And that's when our relationship with Outotec started. On that particular day when they came, I was also on duty at the kitchen, and then they joined us at the kitchen, and then they got interested now. So I told the delegates who were here with Mr. Hansen that really we want to improve the lives of these children through education, and we want to help them at least to know that every day when they go to sleep, they are at least having that one meal. And little did I know that we will have a very big connection with Outotec.
We thought, what can we do? And then the easiest one was said, okay, let's give them a good kitchen and a proper dining hall. So we went actually very big, bigger than we did before, bigger than we planned. We have used a local contractor, and we have just put one from our guys on top of that full time, and it was a beautiful combination of the guys really doing hard work and getting the right push in the right direction from our people, and it worked out well.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear learners, teachers, I'm delighted to be asked to be here on behalf of the government of the Republic of Namibia and its people to accept the generous gesture of partnership between our government, Outotec, through Dundee Precious Metals, and Ondudu Primary School that saw the construction of this multi-purpose facility at Ondudu Primary School. As government, we are committed to providing quality education to all our Namibian children. However, we are seriously challenged by lack of resources and cannot single-handedly deliver to the extent that we have wished to deliver.
I think the message from government was clear today. Support is welcome and needed. Communities like this need places. I think the industrial sector needs to put up their hand and contribute.
It's actually wonderful to see this amazing building completed, and fantastic to see the faces of these kids who will no longer have to stand in the rain and wait for their daily meal. This is what sustainable impact is all about.
Today we have the pleasure to hand over the dining hall facility to the Ondudu School, to the children and teachers, to the youth and their supporters, and I feel personally very little today. Seeing you kids here, seeing what you have achieved in the past years and what Giuliani did and allowing us to help her out here. We are engineers and project people if we do it and we do it properly, and a project like this is very challenging in many ways, but regarding and actually many more. What is especially rewarding for us is to contribute not only to the industry and employment, but leave a positive mark for the children. And children is what is carrying our future. The Ondudu School is the future, I believe, and without places like this, our future cannot be as bright as it should be.
It's going to have a very big impact on education, because even when the learners just see the hall being built while it was still at the foundation stage, you could see that these kids were excited to have at least a hall at their school.
I think, as we have seen today, this has a big impact on the community. Already it starts with the feeling not to being left alone, that somebody takes care of them, somebody looking after them, and that they see even people who are not belonging to this country have an interest in supporting.
And this day is not about Dundee or Outotec. It really is about these magnificent people who are in the back here. This dining hall that has been built by our friends at Outotec is not only about filling the bellies of Ondudu learners. It's a symbol of something much bigger, that no child, Namibian or any nationality, should ever have to go to school hungry.
And with this hall that we are having here, at least our children, our Ondudu children, will have a privilege of having lunch in a proper place. Because some of them are staying in corrugated iron houses. Some of them never sat around a table on chairs eating with a fork and knife, but at least Outotec made it possible for us.
And I think they can always see what has been done here, and for this community, I think this is something important.
I feel very grateful for the colleagues I've got, because without them it would not be possible. It's eventually voluntary work. We have to do a hard job on our construction site, on our project, and so it goes in on free time of the people. That makes me very proud. It's also nice to see that others are pulling with us in the same direction. Our client, obviously, but also our contractors we're having, and other people we just got to know in the city while we were here, and were easy to convince to also contribute.
Outotec, thank you very much for making the life of a Namibian child better. We are very grateful, and we thank them from the bottom of our hearts, and they must do what they have done upon us to others in need also.
As you mean the world to us, we bring a bit of the world to you, and we actually found a globe which even has Tsumeb on it. And yeah, thank you so much for having us.
For me personally, it was a real joy to contribute here and to see the reaction of the people who are using it. I think this is a good thing.
Really, education is a shared responsibility, and we are hopeful that this partnership shall continue to elevate the whole school to a desirable international standard.
Thank you, Outotec.